Hello, Quentin and Jason. How are y'all this morning?
Hey,
Good. Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
y'all fine. Okay.
I'm a Southern boy. So tell me a little bit about Laugh Proud and how it came together.
Yeah, so Laugh Proud, it's basically I've been doing a lot of stuff in the comedy space, and I just thought I wanted to create a all LGBTQ plus comedy special.
Yeah,
It's almost like a feature film because I feel like I think it fits more into the feature film kind of genre form.
yeah.
So and then I put out a casting call, and immediately Jason called me. He said, "Hey, what are you doing? You're doing this? I want to be part of it." I said, "Great." So
I wasn't yelling like that. He does
yeah.
this all the time. He says that I wasn't yelling. I just talked
You
to him.
weren't yelling, but
He
maybe
says that
you're
I was
yelling on the
yelling.
phone
Hey,
because
I didn't.
on
I
the
said
speakers,
no.
like, hey, I said, wow, okay.
Because years ago he was going to do
Sure.
a thing, and he told me he wanted to be in it. So I was just following up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why can't you say you just chose me? Can't I be chosen?
Yes, you chose that. It's like,
Make it sound like I'm, begging.
no, it's not. It's a good story. It's a good story, right?
I prefer, I was chosen with a British accent. Say it with a British accent.
So I was back in
You're
the days. I was
chosen.
just saying that making queer films are so hard because you're like trying to get like no actors would even audition or something, or they would audition. Oh, kind of weird. It's like, but now it's just like, oh, there's some people that actually want to do it. So they call me, so of course I'm gonna take it. And 7G was basically, and I saw 7. I worked with 7G before. I saw him in a lot of showcases. I just thought he's so unique. Sorry, he is right. He and they are so unique, and I was just like, wow, I just got to have these two people. And then the rest is just open casting, you know.
Okay. So was it difficult putting together this group?
It was not difficult, but it was again like I feel a lot of like queer comics actually came and applied and kind of, but it's a lot. It's just about sorting, auditioning them, and making sure that I want to create a diverse series. So like everybody, it's kind of diverse, you know. So it's really a lot of fun putting it together. To be honest, it's not as challenging as
Exactly.
you know.
Jason, congratulations on being chosen.
Yes, thank you.
So what made you want to be part of this?
Well, it's history.
Yeah.
It's about who we are. It's about the idea that I'm still here.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm been an out comic for 31 years. I've been a comedian for 41 years. I've been an actor for close to 50 years since I was a baby boy.
Yeah.
So it's the idea that someone like Quentin, who I've worked before with, thinks that I'm still uh, relevant enough to be in this, and that really makes me feel wonderful. A lot of the other specials and other things are done all with three-letter agencies, and they're all about what agent wants their person in, who's got a name. And Quentin didn't care about that. He cared about comedians who are, number one, who are popular with the audience,
Mhm.
and comedians that were funny. And that's the way the show was put together. And it was sort of amazing to me to be in a group of people that were so diverse. You had gay, queer, lesbian, bi, uh, liquid, fluid, in a jar, on the shelf, everything. I mean, it was just BIPOC, all different races, religions, and I didn't even know most of them, and which is so crazy because some of them are so new, and some of them just worked. One of them, I think, one gal just worked in her town in Portland for a comedian for a year. So
Yeah.
it was really fun to see people at different stages of their career, and also how well he put the special together to
Yeah.
make everybody look fabulous.
Exactly. Everybody does look fabulous. How long have you two known each other?
Oh
God,
my God.
20
Maybe
years?
20 years, could it be?
White
No.
Fang is when I met you. Was it White Fang? No,
White
White
Frog. Oh, you
White
were, oh,
Frog.
right. So that's
That's when I met you.
2011 or something. Because
Yeah. I
2011, 2012 at the festival circuit. And then we work on Delilah's, we worked on this really cool
Dalila
black,
Ali Raja is a very dear friend of mine.
uh,
She's like my sister, and she had done a film called Secrets and
Secrets and Toys. So I directed
Toys.
that, and then
And
Jason
I
was,
played a straight guy in it.
Oh my
oh,
God.
that's right, with Jill Bennett,
Joe
two gay
Blanett.
people playing straight, yeah, but
Yeah,
two
we
queer
played this.
actors playing straight couples. Pretty
We
funny.
played a leather couple. He's
Yeah.
always in one movie. I played a leather couple, in the other movie I played a very Republican couple, kind of in this town in Big Gay Love with Drew
But
Droege. So
yeah.
it was yeah, he always has me play. He lets me have a boyfriend or girlfriend where no one else does.
And
And we're gonna do a movie. It's a queer movie, but you're playing like you're playing the an INS officer, no, an immigration officer.
What did I do that in?
We only did a reading of it. You never really.
Oh, yes, yes,
It's
yes.
really sad. It's actually a good movie, but it's so hard to get it financed. So I couldn't.
That's my next part.
Yeah.
Quentin, when did you film this?
We filmed it actually exactly almost a year ago, last July. And what's annoying is that I still have not been paid from like brown paper tickets. I would not use them for live events, and it's so annoying. It's like it's been like a year. They still have not paid me because they got acquired by events.com or something. So I'm still chasing after them. So I kept telling them like, your share is coming. At the end, like before Christmas, you know what? I'll just send you your share. It was like,
Isn't that insane?
yeah, like you could never thought like brown paper tickets would not pay up because I worked with them before on other shows, right? Suddenly it's like next things like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You've been in the business obviously a very long time. How would you say that the industry has changed over that time?
Oh, for me?
Yeah,
Um, I think in terms of being an openly gay person, we are now a part of the fabric of everything.
yeah.
And uh, Quentin and I met at Outfest, and I also met a lot of out gay actors and comedians and singers and at Outfest. And because of that, I created the LGBTQ committee at Screen Actors Guild AFTRA,
Hmm.
and I have been the national co-chair for 20 years. So we have made sure that we are part of the contract, that we are part of the diversity banner, and made sure that we are also a part of this industry, and that our rights are given to us, the medical rights, marriage rights, all the things that one would get. That a straight person would get. So that's really changed a lot. Most shows have a gay person or a LGBTQ person on their show. I mean, last night I just watched one of those Lifetime movies that are on Netflix now with my mom, and the actual couple that was getting married, that wasn't their story, but the straight people's story, but it was a lesbian couple, and they all went to an island, of course, to get married, and everybody's drop dead gorgeous, and nobody eats, and if they do, they never gain any weight. It just made me crazy, but we are included in everything. And that's what's really interesting. What I now the new thing is the idea of, I don't know if you guys have read the book Cast by Isabel Wilkinson. The idea of now it's the idea of us ourselves as we get older. We cast ourselves in this box, in this idea, and then the world casts us in this box, and we make it look beautiful, and we make it look easy to be in. But we want to reach out, and what Quentin was saying is be able to work with everybody and be a part of, tell our stories by ourselves, and to be a part of other people's stories in a larger way. That's my goal.
Okay. Good. I did want to ask you, Quentin, at the very beginning of the documentary, you have a little bit of information on the pink triangle and
Yes.
paragraph 175. Can you talk a little bit about that?
That was very controversial because even the comics themselves said, "Oh, you should take it off," because I sort of stood my ground. Said, "No, this is my contribution to the special. I'm the filmmaker. I'm gonna insist." Because when I came out back in, I would say like late 80s, like early 90s, 91 or something, that was like, Silence Equals Death, which was your generation with AIDS and with the pink triangle, and which was basically, I thought was a really clever way for the queer community to adopt that. Because you think about it, like queer community is it's in general, it's so kind of like they kind of learn to and just like the African American, they kind of learn to play with these kind of symbols that were once marked them as in the Nazis camps, right? So I think it's really important for the new generation to understand where this rainbow flag came from, because I think when I came out, it was a pink triangle, and then eventually switched to the rainbow flag, and then now it's this in in super inclusive rainbow flag. So I just thought, like, for me as a filmmaker, I really wanted to tell that story in it with it at the beginning of the special, and it was a very controversial decision because I think all of them, even my producers, were saying that, oh, you should take that off. There's no reason you should be showing like Hitler and Nazis or something like that. But that was what the pink triangle was used for, right? So historically, I think it's really important. So I don't know how you feel, Jim, it's like as a film critic. So
I'm just,
I thought it was the activist in me thought it was pretty cool, but then the comedian in me thought, oh my God, will people not want to watch? But I think it piqued people's curiosity.
yeah.
It was very daring, and I love that.
yeah. So tell me a little bit about the screening on the 17th.
Yeah, so basically we're actually having a theatrical release at the Laemmle NoHo in Los Angeles, starting Friday, May 17th. And it's also an FYC for your Emmy for your consideration campaign for the film, which is qualified for Outstanding Variety Special pre-recorded and also Outstanding Directing for a Variety Special. And so, and PGA and also Television Academy members +1 get to go to all the screenings for free by presenting.
Oh, you didn't tell people, it's for the whole week. It starts on the
week, 17th,
yeah. But it's 7 days, so they can go see. So if you can't come on the 17th and meet us, because we will be there, you can come and see it in an actual theater, which is really a lot of fun.
Nice. For those people who won't be able to attend the Los Angeles screening, where can they later see the film?
It's going on streaming on May 30th on aam.tv, which is my platform, and also going to be on all the other platforms starting Pride months. So it's going to be a
May 30th.
We have to release it before May 21st to qualify for the Emmy. So, and that's what we have to do.
Well, congratulations. One final question, and this I would love to get an answer from both of you if I could. Why can you talk a little bit about the significance of both this event and the documentary capturing this event? I'll start with you, Jason.
Well, I think it's really important to record and tape historical things, and all these comedians and us doing this in this time is really historical. The idea that he has such a diverse group of comedians, everyone from an older Jewish comedian to BIPOC, transgender, lesbian, gay, men, queer, liquid, fluid, in a box, on a shelf. Everyone is there. And I think that's really important for us to see that. So, 50 years from now, when we're all not there, people will look at it and go, why was this such a big deal? And people even now don't even get that being out and being gay and saying your own truth is a big deal. I mean, what is it? I guess 30 years ago, or close to 25, 30 years ago, when Ellen came out, 3 years after I came out, it was such a monumental thing. And now it's a tweet, or it's a little Instagram photo, or it's just something like, that's it. I'm gay. Bye. So what?
I mean, Jason, I want to say something, then I want to ask you the same, but I remember back when HBO first came out, HBO made a big deal about the fact that they were having a night of female comedians, and it was Ellen DeGeneres and Rita Rudner and Paula Poundstone. But it seemed like such a big deal at the time just to be able to have female comedians, comics, and now flash forward to this generation, and it feels so refreshing to be able to have such a diversity of people on the stage, and as you said, just a great roundup and inclusive. Maybe I want to get back to the same question. Quentin, tell me a little bit about the importance of this event and documenting this event so people can watch it and see it.
Yeah, you guys said it all. I mean, I have nothing to add, but I would just follow us on laughproud.com, and then hopefully that a wider audience, like a global audience, will get to see this special, which I think it's really kind of like pioneering.
But keep in mind, that we do live in a bubble in Los Angeles a bit, in Hollywood and New York. And when you go to a mainstream comedy club, whether it be the Laugh Factory or the Improv or the Comedy Store, or the Comedy Cellar in New York, or Broadway Comedy Club or stand-up, all the big clubs, you usually do not see an incredibly amount of out gay comedians. You just don't. And even women, it's still probably 25% to men. And I work in those spaces. And the more important the club is, the more men that are there. It's still that way.
Yeah, and it's funny because I think that queer comedy is actually almost non-existent in other countries, because I was actually in Hong Kong working on some some comedy stuff too, stand-up comedy stuff. It's all straight comedy. So I think that there's definitely a place for this at the global the global market, and then our sales agent Wonderful will be hopefully working wonders at Cannes, which is happening now.
Nice.
Wow. I mean, it's still important. I think sometimes, you're from out on film, and I'm an out actor and comedian. He's an out, filmmaker. We forget sometimes that somebody somewhere in a small town or in a country or someplace, that somebody knows that they can still get fired from their job, still lose their home. It's still really important to be able to make fun of ourselves and also make people feel like they're not alone.
Exactly.
So when you break the ground, now we get to walk on it.
We need, as queer actors and performers and filmmakers, we need to bring queer joy to the world.
Exactly.
Oh, I love it.
Now.
Exactly.
Queer joy now.
Exactly.
That's the hashtag.
Yeah. Congratulations to you both. Thanks for talking to me this morning, and congratulations on the last round.
Thank you, Jim.
Kindly.
So much.